welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Sideline Super Bowl champ John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens since 2008. On the other side, Sean McDermott, now in his 9th season as the head man in Buffalo. It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense heading out. They are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation...
Intercepted by the Ravens. He'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking at that play, Mike, there's really no fault on the offense there. That's just an incredible read defensively from the get-go. This is a short, safer pass. They've talked all week. Let's get an early completion, settle in our quarterback. And what happens? The defender steps in front. He's able to make the pick. And that is the fast start this defense was hoping and talking about all week.
First down throw for Jackson. Working his way out left. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal. John Harbaugh, not a fan of that call, and out comes the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there. So the visual evidence was there, the challenge, a good one. He did, in fact, break the plane of the goal line, and that is a touchdown. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good, and the Ravens have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So, Greg, here are the Bills. What a year last year. 13-4, beat the Broncos and the Ravens in the playoffs. But once again, ran into Kansas City in the AFC Championship game anything that we can say is that one thing to get them to the big game this time?
Well, I mean, we'd probably start with they need Patrick Mahomes to retire. And, you know, but in all seriousness, Mike, I think when you look at Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, it's one of those things where they just happen to exist in a generationally great team in the Kansas City Chiefs. And one of the greatest players we've seen in the last 25 years is quarterback Patrick Mahomes. So they just need, as hard as it is, they just need to continue to chip away. Just continue to go. They can't make Kansas City the boogeyman because all of a sudden when that starts to get into your head, continue to win. Continue to win the division. Continue to get home playoff games. And if they keep knocking at the door, eventually they're going to get over that hump because Josh Allen and this roster, they are a Super Bowl contending team.
Now loses the football. And the Ravens have come up with the football.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guy still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority and it cannot be stressed enough.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake. Jackson pushed out to his left. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Ravens out front, and EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Object very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
From the gun, Jackson. Rolling right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson on the keeper.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
A 26-yard attempt.
Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different.
One of the Ravens has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. But to me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they call them the they're the pass and the spread attack. They've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, a quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
It's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. Picked by the former Packer, Jair Alexander. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Not going for 2, they'll pick the point after. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Ravens move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The reigning MVP, Josh Allen, and the Bills offense, Greg, they're heading out here. I've got to imagine it's difficult.
Get the ball out of his hands. What do I mean by that?
He gets free, and he will score. Elijah Moore, touchdown Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Justice Hill to return. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On play action, here's Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times. Trying to fall to the ground. It's Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson moving left. He's hit after the catch to the ball. Comes free. But he'll gather it back in.
Is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand. Down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but his ball's incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Jackson trying to get his guys back to the line. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll take this one in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore.
There's so many elements of this play, Mike, that are just so impressive. Not only the ability to break tackles and make guys miss, but then the speed to say, okay, I can make guys miss, but I can also take it to the house. I mean, there's just not a lot of backs in the league that have that combination skill set. They're fortunate for them. They've got one here, and he makes a big play here for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point out. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Halftime coming up. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop it.
He's brought down at the 31. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go again here with Henry.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs, everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
Makes the score. Ravens 31. Bills 6. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong, and he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their first possession of this second half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones.
He gets free inside the 30, racing to the end zone, and he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Pass's kick is good, and the Bills are able to cut into the deficit. Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
First and 10.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. He's turned a number of those into big plays. To the 20, and he will go all the way. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good, and the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Bills 13. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about tonight is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I can give you the ball at 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns kick less field goals because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop.
Now loses the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Punting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
Second down, Jackson. To the tight end, Tony Cola. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo.
It's second down.
To throw is Jackson. He'll be forced outright. Now he'll run it to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That escape ability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. They'll run it on first down with Henry. And he's into the end zone yet again. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now the drive for an extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, this is Strong. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. In motion, Shakir. On the ground is Cook to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. They'll try it again here. Second and 10. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion.
At the 20-yard line.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. That'll be taken in by Moore. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Take the handoff, and now it's Allen. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
This is Henry.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rounding to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
It's third down and 7 yards to go.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This pass deflected and caught. First catch for him on this new season. And the result in a first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Going to go right back to Henry. Still keeping the brakes moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Johnson now to return. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys. And this is CD Lamb. He's going to look this one in, and they're not gonna catch him. The Cowboys have no problem in this one. They win it going away. Next up, we go down to Brazil. Game number 2 on the NFL schedule, the Chiefs and the Chargers from the Southern Hemisphere. And it's the Chargers defense that comes up with the big play here. And I'll tell you what, they look pretty good right here. The Chargers get it done as they come away with the win. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is Jamar Chase. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bengals get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hanson. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.